Morning. It's Wednesday, May 15th. And we all know that Donald Trump has been on trial for paying hush money to Stormy Daniels. And we also know that Michael Cohen took the stand for 2 days and testified in the trial. And he testified that he was actually a fixer. So Cohen is considered to be a star witness in this case, and an indication that the hush money trial is going into its final stages. But there's been a very interesting factor in this entire trial, and that factor is the number of possible vice presidential candidates that would run alongside ex-President Trump. Many of them have shown up in the courtroom to give support to President Trump during this trial because they desperately want to be his running mate. Now, that in my mind is a very sad commentary on the state of the Republican Party. And we would have many high-ranking politicians and high-ranking businessmen who want to be the vice presidential candidate, showing up to support a president who has lied and cheated through his entire career. But that doesn't matter to these people, because Donald Trump is popular in the United States. So these potential vice presidential candidates are ignoring those facts because they would rather be the vice president to a crook than have a wonderful life outside of politics. It doesn't make any sense to me that we have raised Donald Trump to such a level that he's running neck and neck with Joe Biden, and that 50% of the people in this country are still on his side, in spite of the fact that he has all of these criminal cases going against him. That, in my mind, is a very sad commentary on the state of the Republican Party. And we would have many high-ranking politicians and high-ranking businessmen who want to be the vice presidential candidate, showing up to support a president who has lied and cheated through his entire career. But that doesn't matter to these potential vice presidential candidates because Donald Trump was the president at the time. So these potential vice presidential candidates are ignoring those facts because they would rather be the vice president to a crook than have a wonderful life outside of politics. It doesn't make any sense to me that we have raised Donald Trump to such a level that he's running neck and neck with Joe Biden, and that 50% of the people in this country are still on his side. So now I'm going to tell you who some of these people are. These are people who are businessmen. These are people who are politicians. Some of them are well-known. Some of them are not so well-known. But all of them would be very happy to be the vice president to President Trump. I can honestly say that none of these people would be on this. So this is the list. You have Senator Vance from Ohio. He attended Trump's trials last Monday, and he was probably the first high-profile potential running mate to show up at the courthouse. And then after him, the former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, who's another VP contender, and he's very outspoken about his loyalty to Trump. Vance wasn't the only Trump acolyte in the courtroom that day. He was joined by Tommy Tuberville from Alabama and Nicole Maliotakis from New York, and the Attorney General Steve Marshall from Alabama, and the Iowa Attorney General Brenna Byrd. All of these people are prepared to step in and run with ex-President Trump. Now, this entire group assailed the the case against Trump and criticized key witness Michael Cohen. Now, Trump is barred from commenting on witnesses, jurors, or others connected with the case because he's under a gag order. But this group is not. They're not under a gag order. They can say anything they want. And they were not happy with the key witness, Michael Cohen. And Senator Rick Scott of Florida attended court with Trump last week, and Ken Paxton, the Texas Attorney General, also attended. So Trump is getting a lot of attention to high-ranking Republican officials around the country because I think they are hoping that he escapes from this, and then if he wins the presidential election, these people will, of course, be on their knees, ready to take any job that Trump wants to give them, or any favors that Trump wants to give. But always remember this. When you're involved with Donald Trump, if you say the wrong thing, you're gone. Trump has a habit of firing those who disagree with him. He's not the kind of boss that you want to have. He's not open to criticism. He's not open to other ideas. So if you get in bed with Donald Trump, there's a good chance you could get thrown out of bed. Because if you don't agree with him 100% every single day, then you will not have that job for long. So I can't imagine why this group of people, high-ranking officials, are tying themselves to Donald Trump. There's no reason for them to do that other than they think he's going to grant them some favors if he wins the election. But you have to beware of the rabid dog. So I leave you with that this morning. Another mess in the United States for our population to contend with. Have a great day. Bye.